And so I'm curious to ask if you can tease this out, was where and when did you learn your sense of agency, your sense of someone who can make change in the world?
It's a great question. And I think there's a couple things I want to unpack with that is that, the agency, the realization that I could do something different. It doesn't mean that I wasn't still fearful. I mean,
Mm,
fear was still part of that.
mhm,
And I think I still have fear sometimes, like 8 years out into this journey, I still feel like, okay, there's times when I still fear things.
mm,
And even in the work that I do, I'm like, oh, am I doing the right work? Am I doing it in the right way? And or as I said recently, I'm writing my third book, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm a good writer.
mhm.
um, and yet that is something that I think is a good thing to have,
Yes,
because fear is a motivator of sorts.
yes, yes.
um, but to come back to your question, I think that one of the things that I realized is that, in order for me to live a more fulfilled life, I needed to find a way to shift out of the paralyzing process of staying put because it felt comfortable. Because comfort is what a lot of people feel when they're in that moment of saying, okay, well, if I stick around and just do this, I'm not going to like it, but I'll get paid and I will, get by. But realizing that on the other side of all of that fear and the things that are holding me back is the possibility of something bigger and better. Not easy, but something better for me and possibly having an impact on other people's lives in a different way. So that's what really drove me.
Mm, lovely. Well, it's so interesting to think about how we deal with our own fear, our
Mm.
self-doubt even, I would say, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, who am I to be doing this work? And that definitely didn't go away easily. Still spent a lot of time, doubting myself, but you eventually get over some of those elements just through the process of stepping up and doing it, and you build the muscle of creating a path to seeing how you do make an impact on others.
Right.